Shit, bitch, fucking ass and black, motherfucker.
You're cordially invited, bitch!
Fuck BLM. No, seriously, I'm dead ass serious. Fuck BLM. And sorry, it took me a while to figure out how to start this video, and it takes a lot to think about, but this is now serious. BLM needs to fucking die. Black Lives Matter. The organization in a goddamn hole needs to fucking die. And here's why. These are the list of 3 black people who were killed during this stupid ass quote unquote protest. David Dorn, a 77-year-old retired St. Louis police officer. He was killed. He was killed by a looter who was defending a friend's store from being robbed over a TV. Did Black Lives Matter come out and demand that say that his life matter? No. Horace Lorenzo Anderson, a 19-year-old who was shot and killed in the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone by the Chaz police. Did Black Lives Matter came out and scream about Black Lives? No. Shakoria Turner, an 8-year-old who was shot and killed in Atlanta yesterday during 4th of July weekend. Did Black Lives Matter came out for that one? No. And right there, that got me thinking, like, I wonder why they screaming for Black Lives Matter, but yet they don't scream for those. I mean, okay, let me rephrase that. It's funny how they scream Black Lives Matter when people like George Floyd and Rashad Brooks, what happened to those two, but yet when it happened to those 3 names that I just said, I heard nothing. Not a peep, not a whimper. And it's not just the protesters. There's also social media guys who won't say it. It's the social media who won't say it. You know, these ultra woke SJWs and all that, and liberals who always scream about it. Yeah, it's funny how I don't hear them saying anything about it. Oh, that's right. That's right. Makes sense. Makes sense because if those 3 names, the reason why I just figured out, I finally cracked the dang code. Yeah, it took me a while. Well, it took me a while, but you know, it really does. But I think I cracked the code. The reason why those 2, Rashad Brooks and George Floyd, they scream about Black Lives Matter because they was actually shot by the police. Those 3 names I just said, they won't get any recognition or message at all. Well, that kind of says a lot about how Black Lives Matter means to people. I guess Black Lives only matter when it's, you know, their own kind of people. Huh, makes sense if you, I guess that's it. Well, that's no surprise right there. And you know, I had to say, when is this enough? When is this gonna be enough? Ever since ever since this whole thing happening, we've been hearing shootings, and most of the shootings and most of the victims who got shot and killed were blacks, and they were shot and killed by other black people, not the police, not the police that they bitch about every other time. I keep thinking, like, why though? Oh, right, because Black Lives Matter don't really fucking care about Black lives. No. Black Lives Matter is actually nothing but a political tool. It's actually a political tool to push a narrative, push an agenda, and it's being taken over by Antifa, who is nothing but fucking communists and a domestic terrorist. Hell, I mean, Black Lives Matter might as well call themselves a domestic terrorist ever. Well, because it seems like this shit is happening, and they're not screaming about Black lives. The only time they do scream about Black lives is if it's a black person getting shot and killed by a police officer. But if it's a black person getting shot and killed by a black person, no, you don't hear nothing. Nothing. Just crickets, whistles, silence, nothing. I mean, heck, and I found this out using the news, because the media like CNN, MSNBC, all these other medias, they won't talk about it. I mean, yeah, don't mention about it and act like they give a fuck, but honestly, they don't. They fucking don't. Honestly, they don't. They fucking don't. No, they don't, because they always try to act like they care, but they don't. And you probably asking, well, what about LeBron James or, Colin Kaepernick? I was trying to, yes, I was wondering, would those two say something about it? Would those two say something about it? Actually, no. For Colin Kaepernick, he's not going to be talking about it, because throughout the weekend, throughout this weekend, throughout 4th of July weekend, he just tweeted something saying like he will not, he's gonna protest the 4th of July, like a little bitch as he is. And no fucking surprise, LeBron James actually retweeted what Colin Kaepernick says, because LeBron James don't give a fuck about Black lives either. He's just only doing this just to further his further his influence on social media, which is proof that that social media is a fucking illness. Fucking illness. That's why I'm taking a break off of Twitter, because shit, I say something that doesn't fit their narrative, doesn't fit their bullshit, or me not hating white people, I will be fucking kicked off the site. Shit. And and as of recording, I just got news off of ESPN. I already made a video on how much of a piece of shit that place is, and I still say that they are going to fuck themselves by doing the whole let's why they're going woke and all that shit. Yeah, well, they decided to sign Colin Kaepernick into a deal to make a docuseries about his life and in social justice, in his social justice. Yeah, because that's more important. Yeah, because instead of you actually focus on sports, let's focus on the motherfucker who got his fucking name and taking a fucking knee. Fucking knee. Yeah, because that's more important than worrying about who's gonna make it to the playoffs, who's gonna win the Super Bowl and all that. Let's make a documentary about this motherfucker who took a knee to protest police brutality and try to act like and make him sound like he's the fucking victim when he got booted out of the league. It's not like, look, like I said, I already dumped so much dirt on this motherfucker. It's not even funny. I usually dump dirt on Eli, but I respect Eli Manning because he's a fucking goat killer. Shoot, I saw him. Shoot, I mean, heck, one time I actually saw him eat a goat burger with everything on it, including Limburger. Fucking Limburger, like the balls on that man. I gotta put a joke in once in a while, man. Typical company branding, But I digress. This whole situation is so stupid, and it proves that, everyone is now knowing that Black Lives Matter don't really give a fuck about Black lives. They just use this as a fucking as a fucking political tool. I mean, hell, you got people. I mean, hell, you even got motherfuckers. I mean, hell, you even got they're even pointing out that Antifa hijacked the fucking movement, and it's just for their communist Marxist bullshit. Shit. I mean, why do you think they're topping down statues? And also, not only do they which is stupid in my opinion, because I don't know why topping off the Confederate statue, that's dumb, because we have to learn from history or else we're doomed to repeat it. But they're also topping down statues that's actually against slavery, and also, I mean, heck, they've been topping down George Washington, Thomas Jefferson. They even deface Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, they deface Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president of the United States, who freed the slaves and wrote the Emancipation Proclamation. Who was a Republican who freed the slaves. A Republican. Did I ever hear a Democrat free the slaves? No. No, you haven't. I wonder why. But it's really funny how they was trying to put. It's really funny how the NFL, how the NBA is gonna list the name, say all these names. But I did hear, and I can hear LeBron James and Colin Kaepernick says George Floyd and Rashard Brooks' name. So, to those guys, I have to say, there. What about David Dorn? He was black. Did his life matter? Will you say his name? What about Horace Lorenzo Anderson? He was black. What about did his life matter? Will you say his name? Or how about 8-year-old Sakura Turner? She was black. Did her life matter? Will you say her name? No. I don't fucking think you guys will. You won't. And I know why. You won't say their names. You won't say those 3 names. Because all you guys will fucking care about is pushing a narrative. All you guys care about is pushing your anti-American narrative. All you will do is just use your free speech, which in this country you can, that you are protected by the First Amendment right, to to push whatever anti-American bullshit you can spew out your fucking mouth. Oh, and I bet you China is really loving this. Oh, yes, they are. They're loving this. And I bet you won't say shit about China's human rights atrocities, because y'all need to get that China money, especially you, LeBron James, because after all, don't you have a movie coming out next year and you want to push that in China? Yeah. I'm gonna say, well, I know this video has going off long enough, and it's all right, but I will end this with this. Fuck Black Lives Matter. Fuck BLM. Because it seems like there's only certain black lives that matters to these idiots. And also, fuck this message saying all lives won't matter until Black Lives Matter. Fuck that. Fuck you and that bullshit narrative, and fuck Black Lives Matter. All lives matter. All lives fucking matter. And I will keep saying this till my dying breath. All lives matter. Now, if you got a problem with that, well, you can leave whatever bullshit, hateful comment you want to put on my channel. Put on my this video. I don't care. I don't care anymore, because seriously though, this is going on far enough. And also, defunding the police ain't gonna solve a damn thing. No, it doesn't. And also, fuck you, LeBron James, and fuck you, Colin Kaepernick. If you're so worried about black fucking lives, then why don't you draw up conclusions? Why don't you draw up actual solutions to help with the policing? Oh wait, I forgot. That's too hard. That requires you to actually give a fuck. Give a fuck and actually put in some work and actually spend money to it. Yeah. Y'all a fucking disgrace. Y'all a fucking disgrace. And like I said, I will never, ever, in my lifetime, will support Black Lives Matter. And anyone else who actually support these sons of bitches, you're no better. You're no better. That's a losing cause, man. That's a fucking losing cause. But hey, it's your choice. It's your fucking choice. Alright, well, that is all, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Hopefully a happy video, alright? Until next time, this is Dark72K7, aka Solid Sky Chaser. I'll catch y'all later. Peace. I also found something else I also found something crazy coming onto the internet over the weekend, which means we have reached peaked what the fuck moment in 2020. As if this shit hasn't been crazy enough, we just got word that Kanye West, the rapper, is tossing his hat in, and is going to be running for the president of the United States. Yes, he's going to be entering the race between Donald Trump and sleepy, creepy, dementia having, white, pale face having, you ain't black saying Biden. To this, I was like, what the fuck kind of timeline we live in? Kanye West running for president. But the icing on this whole situation is that everyone on the left is losing their goddamn shit over this. To me, I find it funny because I like to see this happening. To Kanye West, I can only say one thing: do it, do it, do it, do it. We need the lulls, man. We need some fucking lulls. Fucking hell. Seriously, 2020 needs to chill on this bullshit. They really need to do, man. Oh, God, man. Alright, okay. And I said that, alright. I didn't want to put that out there, alright? But like I said, happy video next time. See you next time. Alright? Peace!